green flag. Everybody.
Gonna be a wreck behind you, gonna be a wreck behind you.
So I don't know what to do.
Somebody put oil down. We're on the fence.
Are they flagging it? Flag, white flag. Clear. Man, this is it, check a flag.
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV and the TeamVLR.com Facebook pages. Tonight, round number 1 of the TeamVLR.com 410 winged sprint cars, and we come to the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway, for round number 1 of 7 here on your Tuesday evening. Good evening, race fans. My name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us in the booth, and joined alongside Stephen McMillan. Stephen, 3-minute qualifying session on the program, and boy oh boy, you look at the list of drivers, 40 drivers signing up for this series, and there is talent filled from top to bottom. To make this 20 car field is going to be a feat in itself, but to find out who's going to park it on the front straight away later on tonight, well, that's going to be another achievement in itself.
Definitely it is, and they got one lap to lay down their fastest time.
That indeed they do. We'll take a look at some of the drivers coming out onto the racetrack. In car number 1, a Swindell Speed Lab driver, James Edens, proving he is one of the best in the business here, and why he is going to have a good shot at tonight's race here at the Knoxville Raceway. Now, with this qualifying session, Steve, a little different. These drivers only get one lap, so if you make a mistake on your lap, well, you put yourself behind the 8 ball straight up.
You do, that causes you to start in the back of your heat race, and they're only taking the top 4 out of the heat race to the A main. Then they got the last chance qualifiers, so they need to make it count.
All right, waiting for a time to come through for James Eden. Second quick, Justin Thomas, quick time with a 15.915. Blake Cannon driving car number 39. Another Swindell Speed Lab entry. We'll see what time Blake Cannon can do here at the Knoxville Raceway. He's one of the final few cars to get a time 6 quick with a 15.954. Cameron Dance, the Slick Sim Sports Down Under Graphics. 10th quick for Cam Dance. Dylan Hauser, another one of these Slick Sim Sports driver in car number 2, the RSing Iron Flag Two Brothers Stream Team. Car 2, Dylan Hauser, first lap time, 9th quick. Joel Berkeley behind the 8 ball. Steve, you look at this field. 36 cars have taken a time from first all the way through to position 36, less than 0.3 of a second.
Definitely a fast field here tonight, that's for sure. There's going to be some great racing. So congratulations to Justin Thomas taking the pole. Top qualifier for tonight.
Yes, that indeed he is. And again, as we said earlier on in the program, we are going to have 4 heat races on the program. They will be 8 laps in distance. We will have the B mains that will come up as well. I think they're going to be... Steve, are they can you check if they're 12 or they're 15 lap B mains?
Let me look real quick. B mains are 15 laps.
All right, 15 laps. Top 4 from the heat races will go into the main event. Top 2 from each B main. Now, there'll be 2 B mains. The top 2 will go on. So we're going to have a 20-car field. But before we even get to those B mains, we're going to find out who is going to go through to your main event and who will go through to those B mains. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 1. Starting on pole tonight, he went quick time this evening in car number 23 in the mode media entry. It's going to be Justin Thomas on. He's outside. It's been a while since he's been in the sim, but he makes his long-awaited return driving for KKR Sim Team. The 00 of Tim Smith starts position number 2. Driving for Slick Sim Sports, car number 2 out of position number 3. Dylan Hauser on his outside. The Swindell Speed Lab 74 of Adam Elby. Out of position 5, driving car number 3, it'll be Lewis Hewitt on his outside. Out of position 6, driving for D1RT, it's Jordan Casey. Out of position number 6, driving the Black Diamond Motorsports Ultimate Dirt TV number 80, Joshua Steinke will start position 7. And driving for Team SETI in car number 35, out of position number 8, it's Tyson Landis. And your final row, in car number 131, out of position number 9, it's Bobby Sant Jr. He will start alongside car number 34. Might even be driving the 00 for the Swindell Speed Lab team. It's going to be Kendall Tucker. Steve, as we said, all these heat races are going to be stacked with talent from first all the way through to your 9th or 10th starters now. I can tell you Kendall Tucker didn't grid, so if he decides to get into the server late, he's going to have to start at the back of the B mains, but just picking a winner out of these 4 heat races is going to be tough for us to do. So let's go through. Who do you think is going to win the first heat race of the TeamVLR.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series?
Well, I will go with Justin Thomas. I think he's been shown to be a fast driver throughout seeing him race. So I will go with Justin Thomas.
Well, it's hard to go past the guy that obviously went quick time tonight and obviously starts on pole. I'm going to sort of think outside the box. I'm going to say Adam Elby. I've sort of watched Adam drive over the last 7-8 years on sim racing just in general. So I know he's got the talent and the skill set required to get the job done. We'll see how he goes. As the lights are out on the racing.com pace track, heat number 1. Getting set to fly here. The drivers make their way down the back straight away behind the racing.com pace track. 9 cars on the racetrack. 8 laps on the board. It's time to get after it. TeamVLR.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series, round number 1. Here at the Knoxville Raceway, we are set to go green off turn number 4, and we are green for the first time this season. As Tim Smith going to lose a position, Dylan Hauser jumps straight into position number 2 as they make their way down the back straightaway. Smith looks to the inside, goes back to the outside. Here comes Elby. Hauser runs the slider line through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Smith. Smith all over the back of Hauser. Look at Elby to the outside. 3 different lines. They make their way into turn number 1.
That's right. See Dylan Hauser having heavy pressure by Tim Smith right behind him. Dylan Hauser running the slider line, and Kendall Tucker is now on the racetrack.
Yeah, come out better late than never, so he's going to have to, well, he's still going to have to come through the B main, because I don't think half the field's going to wreck here tonight, but, well, 2 laps in, it'll be 3 laps in the books so far, and Justin Thomas in car number 23. is looking for a perfect start to this season. 3 down, 5 to run. Hauser rides in second. Third is Tim Smith. Fourth is Adam Elby. Now remember, top 4, they will go straight through to the main event. Look at Dylan Hauser starting to get a run there on Justin Thomas in turn 3 and 4. Hauser runs the top through 1 and 2, but he'll run the slide line through 3 and 4, and that just might be the fastest way around here, Steve.
He is. In fact, he's the fastest driver on the track that fast time. So coming out turn number 4, he sees closing up on Justin Thomas going in turn number 1. If you look right there, you see Joshua Stinky and Lewis Hewitt try to close in and get something done, maybe try to get a transfer spot. As you see a little bit of contact there with Tim Smith and Adam Elby for that 3rd and 4th spot, Brett.
Yeah, Elby slid up in front. Smith slid up in front of Elby. Now look at this battle on for the race lead. Here goes Hauser to the inside into turns 3 and 4. Thomas back to the inside, crosses underneath. They drag race to the start-finish line. Dylan Hauser, he leads that lap into 1. Thomas up on the inside, drag racing down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Dylan Hauser, a calculated drive. Here comes Thomas back to the inside, but no! Hauser going to be victorious in heat number 1. Second will go to Justin Thomas. Adam Elby home in 3rd. 4th is going to be Tim Smith. Those 4 drivers lock themselves into the main event. Josh Donkey, Lewis Hewitt, Jordan Casey, Tyson Landis, and I'm not sure who the rest of the drivers were in that one where they finished, but Stephen Hope, an exciting heat race to open us up here tonight from the Knoxville Raceway.
Yes, it was definitely exciting, especially seeing Hauser take the lead with 1 lap to go.
All right, heat race number 2, cars taking to pit road here on the inside of the Knoxville Raceway. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, starting your front row is James Eden. On his outside in car number 44 be Blake Cannon. Your second row inside of 421 is Britton Roxbury. And on his outside in car number 57, Ryan Diatti. Start your third row inside. Car number 91, it's Ernie Williams Jr. And on his outside is J.D. Brown in the 14. Mason Hannigan will start 7th, and Seth Cheney will start 8th. Starting 9th is Alex Smulders, and Dustin Hall will start 10th.
All right, we'll do the same thing as what we did in heat number 1, Steve. We know these fields are stacked with talent all the way through it. Who gets the job done in heat number 2?
Well, I don't know if I can pick one. Let's see here. I'll go with Britton.
Ooh, all right. I think it's going to be hard. Yeah. You know what? I think we're gonna switch here because I'm going to go with the pole sitter of James Eden. So I think he is definitely going to be one to watch here when they start this heat race.
That's right. Lights are out. We're going green this time with James Edens and Blake Cannon on your front row. We'll be bringing the field to the green flag. Slow and steady pace. Edens is bringing the field to out turner for green flag against out. Cannon got loose on that start. He will be right beside Britton Roxbury. Britton Roxbury moves in that second spot. Cannon ducks underneath, coming out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They're side by side going in turn number 3. Blake Cannon takes over the second spot. James Edens will come out turn number 4. Will lead lap number 1.
Yeah, lap 1 goes to James Edens. Cannon all over the back of him through turn number 1 and 2. Cannon got by Roxbury with with a slide job on the opening lap, and Cannon trying to duplicate what Dylan Hauser did. However, battle on for that 4th and final transfer spot. Ernie Williams Jr. up into position 4. J.D. Brown back to position 5. And look at the Black Diamond Motorsports number 91 machine. He is on an absolute tear on the top side of the racetrack. 3 down, 5 to go. James Edens, your race leader, ahead of Blake Cannon, Britton Roxbury, Ernie Williams Jr. Then you go back to J.D. Brown, Mason Hannigan in 6th position, Seth Cheney 7th. Then you go back to Smulders, Hall, and Diatti to round out this field. But keep an eye on 3rd and 4th, Steve, as well. It's Britton Roxbury up against Ernie Williams Jr.
That's right. Britton Roxbury is getting sized up right now by Ernie Williams Jr., but look at James Eden starting to pull away from Blake Cannon as they go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Right now, outside looking in is J.D. Brown. And if he wants to make it directly into the future race, he needs to pass one driver, as Ernie Williams Jr. currently sits on the bubble in 4th spot.
Yeah, there is a Black Diamond Motorsports UDTV number 91 machine, but out in front, he is just showing the field how to get it done. In car number 1, 2 to run. Blake Cannon starting to put the pressure, so the couple of Swindell Speed Lab drivers sit first and second in this one. And here goes Cannon, almost getting into the left rear tyre there of James Edens into turn number 3 and 4. Steve, 1 to go, bring it home.
That's right, 1 to go. Do you see Blake Cannon trying everything he can on James Edens coming out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. James Edens will run the upper line. Look at Blake Cannon run the bottom line as they come out turn number 4. Heat race number 2 winner, James Edens. Blake Cannon comes home 2nd. Brenton Roxbury 3rd. Ernie Williams Jr. comes home 4th. J.D. Brown, Mason Hannigan, Seth Cheney, Alex Motors, Dustin Hall, and Ron Dietti.
All right, heat race number 2 complete. Officially halfway through tonight's heat races. 4 heat races on the program, 2 B mains, and then a 30-lap main event. Now, Steve, we'll go through how the main event will work just before we get there. But let's take a look at heat race number 3 with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 7, driving for D1RT Racing, it's going to be Hayden Carwell. On the outside of row number 1, at a position number 2, driving the Simmelman Sim Racing number 18, it's going to be Austin Simmelman. Slick Sim Sports car number 6, driver Cameron Dance will start position number 3 out of position number 4. Again, another one of these KKR drivers that has taken a hiatus but finds himself back in the seat of a 410 winged sprint car. Chris Brenner will start on the outside of row number 2. At a position number 5, driving car number 78, that's going to be Brian Cross. On his outside, it's none other than the Tuna Can. In car number 79, it's Billy Rowley. Starting position number 7, driving car number 9 for Slick Sim Sports and the Down Under Graphics machine, it's Joel Berkeley. On his outside, in car number 22, it's Trey Schmidt. Starting position 9 and your 9th and final starter in car number 5, driving the SteelCycle.com entry, it's Brandon Steele. Will make up a 9-car field. Steve, let's go with position 4 this time.
Well, position 4. That's going to be harder. Let's go. I'll go with Cameron.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go his team, and I'm going to go Berkeley. This is another stacked field here tonight in heat race number 3 for the TeamVLR.com 410 winged sprint cars. Of course, we are live tonight on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page. If you haven't done so, hit the like and follow button on the VLR Facebook page. We're also live on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page. If you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. And of course, we are live on YouTube tonight as well. Go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost a thing, and you can get to see all the sim racing that you could ever want 5 nights a week right here on your number 1 stop for dirt iRacing broadcast. Here we go. Heat number 3. 8 laps on the board. Pace truck to the infield. Hayden Cardwell, Austin Simmelman. We get set to go green out of turn number 4, and we are green, and Cardwell got a good jump on the field. Cameron Dance now, as here goes Brenner in the Casey Kane. Oh no, Brenner around, Cross, Dance, upside down, Berkeley involved in that one. And that was an absolute dog's breakfast as the yellow flag is going to fly, and Berkeley upside down. He gets back on all fours, but boy, Steve, that was an ugly start there to heat race number 3, and the first yellow of the night is going to come out.
That's right. They're racing for everything they got, trying to make this A main tonight. Only 20 drivers get to make the A main, so they're going out for everything they can right now. They caused a big pileup, that's for sure.
All right, so the first yellow here of the night here at the Knoxville Raceway, heat number 3, and we've got a couple of cars going back into pit road now. I believe I was talking to KT, one of the admins, prior to this one. I believe that there is going to be some quick repairs just for the heat races. They might even be doing it for the feature as well. It's basically to stop this from happening, because we would have had half the field taken out. Now, of course, it just a racing deal. I think Brenner sort of got loose off the cushion, came down into dance. There's nothing that could have happened there, that was going to stop, 4 or 5 cars getting destroyed. A good thing sort of has come out of this, because now we bunched the field back up, and we've got those cars that have gone into pit road and got those quick running repairs.
That's right. That allows the field to get another equal chance. Try to make the future race, and you got people now, as I believe the lights are going out. We're going green flag racing for this restart, as Hayden Cardwell and Austin Cinnamon will lead the field back to the green flag.
All right, they are going to double the field back up, and we are going to have 4 down and 4 to go in heat race number 3. The TeamVLR.com 410 winged sprint car series. It's on here at the Knoxville Raceway, waiting for the pace truck to move to the inside, and here we go. Green flag coming back out onto the racetrack. Hayden Cardwell going to lead the field once again down into turn number 1 and 2. Runs the slider line through 1 and 2. Simmerman from the top to the bottom. Billy Rowley in third. Cardwell upside down, got tagged, and Cardwell going for a massive ride on the back straightaway. No yellow, we stay green. Trey Schmidt.
That's right. Yes, that's what I was going to say. Look at Trey Schmidt now into the 2nd spot. And you look at Brandon Steele now in 3rd, and Billy Rowley now in 4th.
Steele in 3rd, and Rowley in that 4th and final transfer position. Cameron Dance in 5th. Joel Berkeley 6th. Chris Brenner 7th. Brian Cross and Hayden Cardwell, unfortunately, both ending back up on pit road. But we look back up towards the front of the field. Austin Simmelman, with a bit of luck due to Cardwell, he got the wall. And then I believe he got tagged by, I'm just trying to think who might have tagged. I think it was Rowley who tagged him. It was just nowhere for Rowley to go. But that's going to give Simmelman the lead as into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. In heat number 3, it is complete. Austin Simmelman gets the win ahead of Trey Smith. Brandon Steele 2nd and 3rd. 4th is going to go to Billy Rowley. Cameron Dance home in 5th. Chris Brenner, Joel Berkeley, Brian Cross, and Hayden Cardwell. A bit of a wild one to start off heat race number 3. But we're going to move into our 4th and final heat race in just a few moments, Steve. But again, so far some pretty good racing throughout the first opening 3 heat races.
Definitely good racing. I mean, it shows the caliber of the drivers that are here tonight. And as they race for a championship 8 weeks long.
In fact, it's going to be 7 weeks long.
True, they got to drop a week, don't they?
I'm not sure. I thought I'd seen 7 weeks. I'm pretty sure it's a 7-week series. All right, here we go. Heat race number 4, the TeamVLR.com 410 winged sprint cars here at the Knoxville Raceway. Round number 1, sprint car, capital of the world. No better place to open up this series. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
Alrighty, starting in front row is Devin Morgan. On his outside is Logan Clampett. Your second row inside in car number 24 is Skylar Brown, and Nathan Davis in car number 36 will start outside the second row. Your third row inside is Rusty Kruger. On his outside of him is Vinny Sansone. And then starting 7th is Tyler Shell. Then Corey Winslow will start 8th in car number 88. And then Tommy Rowe will be starting 9th.
All right, let's go with 5th position for this one, Steve.
5th?
Yeah, I'm making it harder. Yep.
Harder and harder. Here we go. 5th. Let's see here. I'm going to stay with Rusty.
Ooh, this is going to be tough. I'm going to say Tyler Shell.
All right, lights are on the base truck. Devin Morgan and Logan Clampett will lead the field to the green flag as the drivers will go into turn number 3 in a slow and steady pace. Base truck pulling off. Devin Morgan looking to bring the field to green flag. Green flag is out. He's on a loud pedal. As he takes the green flag, he goes directly to the high side, looking at the bottom, digging it. It's car number 10, Rusty. Oh, we got a caution. Do we have caution? We have a big wreck in turn 2. No caution. All right. So coming out turn number 4, you look, Devin Morgan will lead lap number 1. Logan 2nd. Skylar Brown is 4th. And Nathan Davis is third.
Our top three are probably a couple of car lengths between each other. Clampett riding the cushion through turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Davis. But Logan Clampett in car number 44, driving for Slick Sim Sports down under graphics, iRacing, iFlag, and Two Brothers Stream Team. Doing a nice job in that second position. But how about Devin Morgan, Steve? He's the last couple of weeks we've seen him, no matter what he's stepped his backside into, he's been able to keep that 112 machine up near the front of the field.
He has it. Look right now, car number 36, Nathan Davis, putting heavy pressure on Logan as they go into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4 as it comes to complete lap number 4 of 8.
Tell you what, Skylar Brown was slowly starting to reel in your top 3 as well, running the top side of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Devin Morgan down low through 3 and 4. He runs from the bottom to the top. Clampett, he runs through the middle to the top, and Davis ran all the way around the outside. Here goes Clampett to the inside. Slide job for the race lead. Devin Morgan crosses back underneath him as they race down the back straightaway. Clampett, Morgan both go to the bottom side. Morgan protects that inside line, protects that slide job line, and Davis gets a run through 3 and 4. Davis into the outside wall. Here goes Clampett back to the inside. Slide job. Oh no! Contact. Clampett upside down. He gets it back on all fours. Nathan Davis, right place, right time. He takes over the race lead, and Skylar Brown moves into second.
That's right, as Devin Morgan's now in third, and Logan is fourth as it comes to the white flag this time. 1 lap to go for Nathan Davis as he goes into turn number 3, running the high line. You look at Skylar Brown running even higher, coming out turn number 4. Heat race number 4 winner will be Nathan Davis. Skylar Brown, Devin Morgan, Logan Clampett will come home 4th. Rusty Kruger comes home 5th. Tyler Shell 6th. Vinny 7th. Corey Winslow 8th. And Tommy Rowe comes home 9th.
Well, another exciting heat race here at the Knoxville Raceway, and that is the first 4 heat races completed of the season. We now move into our first B main of the season. It'll be 15 laps in distance, and your top 2 will advance. These drivers, they will start positions number 17 and 19 in tonight's field. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid.
All right, starting your front row is Joshua Stinky and Cameron Dance. Your second row inside is Lewis Hewitt and Chris Brenner. Your third row inside is Jordan Casey. On his outside is Joe Berkeley. Starting 7th is Tyson Landis, and Hayden Cardwell will start 8th. Starting 9th is Bobby Sinks Jr. and Brian Gross will start 10th. Kendall Tucker will bring up the rear. 15 laps, top 2. Make it to the A main.
11 cars in this one, 3 pro drivers, 1 former pro driver. And again, any one of these drivers on their day can pick up a win in any league across the iRacing platform. It is tough out here tonight. Top 2 go through. Let's go and find out which one of the first of 9 cars are going to miss out. Let's go position 3, Steve.
Position 3. Let's see here. Jordan Casey.
Oh, that's tough. I really don't know. That's just, as I said, any one of these drivers can win here on any given night, and you put 11 of them on the racetrack, it's going to be tough. Let's go with Hayden Cardwell. Let's pick the D1RT guys. One of those guys to come third.
One of them will come third. One of them will bring home the roof. Like that one.
Yeah, I actually missed it, but
all right. We're going green this time with Joshua Stinky and Cameron Dance. We'll bring the field to the green flag. Pace truck looking to pull off this time. Joshua Stinky on the loud pedal. We're green flag racing for B main number 1 as they go into turn number 1. Joshua Stinky running the slider line as he Lewis Hewitt staying to the bottom. Right now in second place, Cameron Dance. He looks run that middle line, Brett, as they come out of turn number 4 this time. Lewis Hewitt getting a run for that second spot. As they go to turn number 1, Lewis Hewitt trying everything he can. Oh, Dance got a little crossed up there.
Look at Hayden Cardwell, the D1RT number 7 machine coming through the field. Got Chris Brenner in front of him. Brenner ducks from the top to the... that was Cardwell from ducking from the top to the bottom. Brenner stays low through turn number 1 and 2. He's got Jordan Casey behind him, but in front, as we look at 3rd and 4th, cars on screen right now. Cameron Dance on the outside looking in, along with Hayden Cardwell. Cardwell stays low. Brenner, he's pulled it back to the inside. Cameron Dance had troubles there. He's gone around. As look at Brian Cross trying to make his way through the field. He's up to position number 5. But Casey, then looking on the inside. Here goes Cross down to the inside. Nearly 3 wide as they went through turn number 3 and 4. Casey thought about the slide job, thought better of it, and allowed Cardwell to get back around the outside. Cardwell, like we've seen so many times in a late model or UMP modified, he runs the slide line and he's just so good at being able to run that slide job line.
That's right, he is. So now he has the job of trying to catch Lewis Hewitt for the second spot, the final transfer spot. But you look up front, Joshua Stinky with a huge lead over Lewis Hewitt.
Yeah, Stinky out in front ahead of Hewitt in car number 3. Cardwell in 3rd position. 4th, you go back to Jordan Casey. Brian Cross rounds out your top 5. Then you go back to Bobby Sant. Kendall Tucker again, after being put behind the 8 ball, missed the start of his heat race. He had to come out a lap down, so he started at the back of the field. Tyson Landis in 8th. 9th is Cameron Dance. And then, of course, Joel Berkeley, Chris Brenner back on pit road. They're done for. Back up front. 7 down, 8 to go. Nearly at the halfway stage. We're a lap away from being past halfway. Driving the Black Diamond Motorsports. 19 Designs, Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators, Ultimate Dirt TV. Stikey out in front. Cardwell up on the inside of Hewitt now in turns 3 and 4. He tried to make the move, but Hewitt gets back around the outside.
That's right, Cardwell. He's going to try something pretty soon here to try to make the final transfer spot in tonight's A main. He goes down low into turn number 3. Cannot make it happen as they exit turn number 4. He slides back up top behind Lewis Hewitt.
I think the top side might just be a little too good for the moment through at both ends of the racetrack. This track is getting a lot slick, well, very slick through the turns, as you see how slick it is. There's not a whole lot of moisture left on this racetrack. They're all fighting for the top side of the racetrack. Here goes Cardwell. Can he pull the slide job off this time by into turns 1 and 2? He had to get on the binders there, let the car, or got off the throttle. That was going to be a very close call between Cardwell and the number 3 machine.
That's right, as he gathers it back up as he's trying to close in on Lewis Hewitt as he gets really close to him this time as he exits turn number 2. Go down the back straightaway. He needs to be close on to complete a slide job on Lewis Hewitt for the final transfers. They come out at turn number 4. Cardwell looking underneath Hewitt. Going in turn number 1. Cardwell slide job. He's ahead. Lewis Hewitt ducks it back underneath. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Cardwell shuts the door shut on Hewitt as they go in turn number 3. Cardwell now in the final transfer spot out of turn number 4.
What a calculated drive from position at number 8 up to 2nd. Make that 3rd as Hewitt puts a slide job in. Cardwell comes back underneath him, puts her own little slider there on the exit of turn number 2. 1 to go this time by. Here comes Hewitt back to the inside. Cardwell around the outside. Hewitt got tied and the car's made contact. Jordan Casey might just steal this 2nd spot away. Hewitt, Cardwell. Oh, Hewitt into the wall and upside down. Here comes Jordan Casey. Steinke get a win tonight's B-Main, but the battle for the final transfer spot between Casey and Cardwell. Steinke with the win. 2nd is going to go to Hayden Cardwell. Oh boy, what a race. Jordan Casey in 3rd. Bobby Sant Jr., Kendall Tucker, Bobby Sant Jr., Tyson Landis, Lewis Hewitt, Cam Dance, Joel Berkeley, and Chris Brenner in position number 11. Boy, oh boy. Well, Steve, you got one right. You picked Jordan Casey for 3rd.
Hey.
Holy cow, what a way to start off this series, a season opener. B-Main number 2. We put 11 cars on the racetrack once again with our top 2 going to advance. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, driving car number 14, it's J.D. Brown. On his outside, in car number 10, it's Rusty Kruger. Inside second row, out of position number 3, driving car number 1, that's going to be Mason Hannigan. On his outside for the Always Up Sim Sports, car number 33 of Tyler Shell. He starts position number 4. Position 5, driving car number 99, that's going to be Seth Cheney. On his outside, in car number 31, Vinny Sansone. Alex Smolders in car number 211 will start position number 7. Driving the True Speed Motorsports 888 machine, Corey Wenzel will start position number 8. Inside the 10th, or inside the 5th row, I should say, out of position 9, driving car number 574, that's Dustin Hall. Out of position number 10 in car number 38, that's Tommy Rowe. Your 11th and final starter in car number 57, it's going to be Ryan Diarty. Steve, 9 cars getting sent packing after this one. 2 are going to make the transfer into tonight's 30-lap main event. Let's go with second place this time.
Second place. Let's see here. Tyler Shell. How about that?
Mr. Ronnie Weaver, thank you for those 50 stars. I appreciate it, sir. Such an honor to have you in the house. Who'd you go with? You went with Tyler Shell to finish second?
I did.
I'm going to go with Vinny Sansone.
There you go. All right, lights out of the pace truck. We're going to agree this time with J.D. Brown and Rusty Kruger.
B-Main number 2 here at the Knoxville Raceway. Round number 1 of your TeamVLR.com 410 Winged Sprint Car Series. Yeah, you can catch all the action over the next 7 weeks right here on Ultimate Dirt TV's Facebook page and also on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page. We thank you so very much for tuning in here tonight. It's a pleasure as always to be calling the action for the best in the business and right here with the best in the business on the call. Green flag is out. We're underway in B-Main number 2. Brown goes straight to the top shelf. Kruger up on the outside. That's Seth Cheney in the 99, I believe, running back there in third. They run side by side. Sansone up on the outside in the orange number 31 machine. Cheney, he stays down low through turn number 3 and 4. Lap number 1, it belongs to J.D. Brown. Kruger in second. Kruger now starting to close in on Brown as they make their way on the top side of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Cheney, Sansone, side by side. Slide jump for the race lead, but no, Brown keeps the foot in the bucket and drives around the outside of Rusty Kruger. And here comes Cheney. Oh, Cheney into the wall just a little bit on the front straightaway.
That's right. Now you see Alex Motor starting to catch up. Now he's passing car number 31 of Vinny Sansone for that 4th spot. As they go into turn number 3, you see Smoters run the high line. Coming out turn number 4 down the front straightaway.
Keep an eye on Tyler Shaw. He runs the top in 1 and 2. He just ran the bottom in 3 and 4 and actually passed Vinny Sansone. So that's that number 88 machine. Well, in fact, the 85, I should say, of Tyler Shell. Again, he goes to the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. He's in position 5 at the moment. He needs to make 3 more advances, 3 more passes as Smolders through the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Cheney working the outsides. And Steve, might be a couple of different lines starting to form here. And look at Shell once again back to the inside in turns 3 and 4.
That's right. You see Shell run that bottom side, exiting turn number 4 this time as it's starting to close up on Smolders for that 3rd spot. Now, you see as they coming out of turn number 2, Alex has the momentum on the high side down the back straightaway. Shell will stick it down low in turn number 3, coming out turn number 4. Kish, do you think Shell could make it up there to Kruger?
He's still got half the race distance to go, so I mean anything's possible. Lap times, he's similar sort of lap times to what Kruger's doing. So I mean he's gonna have to pull his finger out if he's gonna make any advances. But I wouldn't worry about Shell at the moment. If I'm Rusty Kruger, I'd be worried about Alex Smolders, because Smolders over the past couple of laps he's been the fastest car on the racetrack in this B-Main iron. He's the only driver that has dipped into the 17-second bracket. He looks for the slide jump into turn number 3 and 4. He gets it done. Kruger fights back up on the inside, but no, Alex Smolders to position 2. And Steve, you know he's not done with just yet. He has just run an 18.007 2/10 quicker than anybody else on the racetrack at the moment. Kruger tags the back of him down into turn number 3. Oh, there's contact there, but Kruger, he comes out the best of those two drivers at the moment. 9 down, 6 to run. Here comes Shell back on the inside. He looks for the slide job on Smolders. Smolders going to cross underneath him out of turn number 2. And the battle is once again on between Smolders and Shell for 3rd and 4th.
That's right. With these three drivers starting to battle out, that helps J.D. Brown get a little bit ahead of your second place right now, Rusty Kruger. Now they're going in. Look at Smoder slide job on Kruger coming out turn number 4 or 2 down the back straightaway. As now you see Shell. It's his turn. See if he has anything for Smoders for the last transfer spot. Coming out at turn number 4 down the front straightaway this time. Now slide job on Smoders. Now you have Shell in the final transfer. Oh, now they're side by side down the back straightaway. Smoders goes down, slides it all up, and look at Shell. Now he's going to try and duck it underneath, coming out turn number 4, Brett.
You couldn't ask.
Lead lap 12.
Yeah, I was going to say, you couldn't ask for a better race at the moment. Slide job city here at the Knoxville Raceway. Shell, Alex Smolders absolutely putting on a clinic here in B main number 2. Here goes Smolders back to the inside. He had to really check up there as he was pulling that slide job off because he almost got into the back of Brad. Oh, Smolders trying to come down the racetrack. 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. And we're going to go 3 wide off turn 4. JD Brown on the outside. Shell was through the middle. And Smolders, he come out of turn 2 in position 3. By the time he gets in the middle of 3 and 4, he's your race leader. 1 to run. Oh, Brown, Shell. Oh, no, contact. JD Brown, that's going to be him done. And Alex Smolders and Tyler Shell, after putting on an absolute belter of a race, don't worry about the USC. Ding, ding, ding. We have just had the race of the night here tonight. B-Main number 2 is complete. Smolders and Tyler Shell, both those drivers will advance into the back of tonight's main event. Seth Cheney, Vinny Sansone, Rusty Kruger, Corey Wenzel, Tommy Rowe, Ryan Diarty, Dustin Hall, JD Brown, and Mason Hannigan. From 3rd to 11th, those drivers are done. And Steve, if that last race is to go by anything, the main event, it is going to be juicy.
Yes, it is. It's going to be one heck of a future race as they got 5-minute warm-up right now for their final practice. As the drivers are going on the track for 5 minutes to practice, trying to roll in the track.
All right, we're just waiting on race control to find out if this is going to be indeed a full 5-minute practice session or whether they give the drivers a 2-minute session. Are they going to go 5 minutes, are they?
It's full 5 minutes.
All right, yep, just got... okay, so the track's had a reset, and this is where they will let the full 5 minutes. So thanks, KT, and thanks Calavoda. We appreciate it. All right, Steve, so... while we've got 4 minutes, we normally play ad breaks and whatnot. Let's not do that tonight. Let's talk about what we've seen so far. Let's talk about, of course, the series. But more importantly, the main event tonight. What these drivers, what the race fans will see, where they normally see under the iRacing logo here on the broadcast, they're normally going to see the amount of laps. Now, tonight I think they've put 60 on there. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Yes. Okay.
Shows 60 laps.
Yes. Now, what it is, it's only going to be run in. It's only going to be a 30-lap main event. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be running a program that RaceSpot TV come up with. So obviously, thank those guys for putting that out there for the public to use. What down on the bottom left of the screen is going to be the actual race number of laps out of the 30. So every time the caution comes out, this program stops the green or the laps from ticking over like you'd normally see on the normal ticker. So rather than going, white flag's going to come out at lap 34, that's still going to be the case on the ticker that's up the top. But down the bottom left of the screen, and let me get it up here just in a moment.
So basically what they did tonight, while we're talking about that, let's also go over their thing about the reset of the track. Basically what they're trying to do is make it multi-groove, good racing throughout the 40-lap feature.
That's exactly right. And now with this track reset, what it's also going to do, because it's not going to be what look to be so topside dominant, it's going to stop those slide jobs coming into where if you've got a lot of those drivers on the top side, it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be multi-grooved. When you got 24, 25, 30 odd drivers out there at the moment that are tearing this racetrack up, it doesn't take long when you got that number of drivers on the racetrack at the one time, just ripping this track up.
That's right. It will start to slick off pretty quickly. And what it does, like I said, basically you're going to see probably 3 or 4 wide, some great racing action. And it, helps keeping from the choo-choo train from happening, that effect.
Yeah, it certainly does. All right, of course, so while we've got this break in proceedings, we've got 90 seconds left in this little warm-up session. Of course, I want to give a shout-out to TeamVLR.com for putting on this Sprint Car Series, and of course allowing us here at Ultimate Dirt TV a chance to showcase what these drivers can put on. A 40-car invitational league only, a $1,200 purse at the end of the season. Steve, you know what it's like to put on money on for sim racing, and these guys, they've been doing it for quite some time, and it's so awesome to see that, these 40 drivers, as I said earlier on, and as I've said so many times, any one of these drivers can win here tonight. It's going to be a task in itself to get into the top 20. To be one of those top 20, it almost would have to feel like a win, but then you go ahead and you put 30 laps on the board. Who do you pick out of these 20 drivers when any one of them can win on any given day?
Well, it's kind of hard to pick. I mean, especially with the caliber of talent that they have here. So, I mean, it's going to be exciting to watch, and it's something to pick at home. And, the drivers that did not make it, it's a night's feature race. We got, 6 weeks left? They're already in the hole. And these 20 drivers are 2 feet out of the hole.
All right, so if you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page. And, of course, hit the like and follow button on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors here before we go into the Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing, iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. Steve, it is time for our 30-lap main event here at the Knoxville Raceway. Again, caution laps not going to count here, and we'll bring that up down the bottom left of your screen where you got 0 of 30. It is going to be 30 laps on the board. 20 cars in this one. Let's take a look at how they line up with your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Alright, starting on pole, driving car number 2 for Slick Sim Sports, it's Dylan Hauser. On his outside, driving car number 1 for Swindell Speed Lab, it's James Edens.
Alright, Austin Cinnamon will start 3rd, and Nathan Davis, car number 36, will start 4th.
Position number 5, driving the Mode Media House, number 23 machine, Justin Thomas. On his outside in the Swindell Speed Lab, car number 39, it's Blake Cannon out of position number 6.
Your 4th row, starting 7th, is Trey Schmidt, and on his outside is Skylar Brown, starting 8th.
Position number 9, also in a Swindell Speed Lab machine in car number 74, it's Adam Elby. And driving for KKR Sim Team, driving car number 421, the Valvoline entry, it's Britton Roxbury.
Starting 11th night, car number 5 is Brandon Steele, and on his outside in car number 112 is Devin Morgan.
Starting position 13, driving for KKR Sim Team in caliber 00, it's Tim Smith. On his outside, driving for Black Diamond Motorsports in caliber 91, Ernie Williams Jr.
Starting 15th tonight in car number 79 is Billy Riley, and his outside in car number 44, Logan Clippett.
Position number 17, also driving for Black Diamond Motorsports in caliber 80, Joshua Steinke. On his outside in caliber 211, it's Alex Smolders.
Starting 19th tonight in car number 71 RT, it's Aiden Cardwell. And it's outside at car number 85, it's Tyler Shell.
All right, Steve, 30 laps of distance around the Knoxville Raceway. Quickly, a quick prediction. Who gets the job done here tonight?
Who gets the job done? Let me go with the car number 36, Nathan Davis.
I'm going to go with James Edens. Here we go. The TeamVLR.com 410 Wing Sprint Car Series here at the Knoxville Raceway. Let's get dirty for 30, and we are green. As it's going to be Dylan Hauser getting the early jump ahead on Austin Simmelman, and also James Eden Simmelman now back up on the inside down into turn number 3 and 4 for the opening time. And look at him run top and bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Lap 1 goes to Austin Simmelman. Hauser sits in second position, Edens Thomas. And then you go back to Trey Schmidt up to position number 5. Thomas on the inside of Hauser. Hauser working on the top side through turn number 3 and 4. Steve, look at them, 3 different lines already. Look at the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Schmidt, Thomas, and Hauser all running side by side as Hauser, he's going to fall back to position number 5.
That's right. Adam Elby is in 6th spot, and Blake Cannon now is in 7th. Nathan Davis dropped back to 8th spot as it comes to complete lap number 3.
Gotta say, keep an eye on James Edens. He's slowly starting to reel in your race leader. Austin Simmelman down into turn number 3 and 4. Edens runs the middle of the racetrack, gets to the outside, gets to the right rear of Austin Simmelman on the front straightaway. Simmelman slides up into turn number 1 and 2. That opens up the door on the inside. Here goes Edens. Edens to the inside and to the race lead. You've got a new race leader here at the Knoxville Raceway. We complete lap number 5. 5 down, 25 to go. Hauser's moved back into 3rd position. Elby in 4. Trey Schmidt in 5th. And he go back to Justin Thomas, Blake Cannon, Nathan Davis. And they are just all over this racetrack at the moment, Steve. It's nice to see. We are getting some laps in here.
That's right. James Eden started to pull away from Austin Simmelman as they complete lap number 6. Going into turn number 1, coming out turn number 2, down the back straightaway. You see Edens putting a sizable gap over 2nd place of Austin Simmelman. Now, Dylan Hauser, he's in that 3rd spot. Adam Elby's in 4th, and Trey Schmidt's back in 5th spot. Now you saw Trey. He was up front for a quick minute. He fell back. Trey's pretty good at playing the game of slowly creeping in there, Brett.
Yeah, trying to keep a top 5 spot alive as here comes Justin Thomas closing in here on Schmidt. But look at Cannon, they go 3 wide through turn number 1 and 2 past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum. Cannon now looking for position 5 over Trey Schmidt. Schmidt continues to work the outside. Thomas, and you go back to Tyler Shell. Tyler Shell, he started dead last in this one. I believe he's up to position number 8. And that number 85 machine, he's just on an absolute tear.
He is. And you just seen Ernie Williams Jr. now in 17th spot, Brett. He's fell back quite a bit. And you look at Hayden Cardwell running 19th. That's, some of these drivers here, big names running in the back. But look at the caliber of field they're up against.
Yes, as I said, look at this battle. 4-car battle on screen. Thomas and Shell almost made contact going down into turn number 1. Schmidt on the outside. Shell looks to pick up 2 positions. 2 for the price of 1. Tyler Shell up to position 6. He gets to the middle. And this number 85, the elbows up TV, elbows up Sim Sports. He's just on an absolute tear through this field. 3 wide. Cannon on the outside. Shell through the middle. Schmidt up on the inside. Shell gets back to the top shelf, but Schmidt puts a slider there on Tyler Shell into turn number 3 and 4. It's hard to go anywhere else and watch anything else because these 4 cars. Oh no! Cannon into the side of Shell. Shell saved it. Done a fantastic job of keeping that car pointed in the right direction. Here comes Thomas back on Cannon into turn number 3.
That's right, side by side as they come out of turn number 4. They're breathing heavily down Trey Schmidt's back right now as they go into turn number 1. Exiting turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Look at Cannon run the high side, trying to make something happen where he can get past Thomas. Out now they're 3 wide out turn number 4 down to the flag stand. Cannon now takes over the 5th spot.
15 complete, 15 to run. Now Davis and Skylar Brown come together. We might just see the yellow come out here for the first time this evening. So far we stay green, and that is 16 complete. We've got 14 to run. Thomas, Cannon, and Tyler Shell all still putting on an absolute clinic right now. Meanwhile, for second and third, Dylan Hauser had gotten around Austin Silverman a number of laps ago, and now Silverman trying to come back and Hauser into turn number 1 and 2. Hauser runs the cushion. Silverman stays down low on the exit of turn number 2, but here comes Austin to the inside, stays low through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, he's just blinking a bit there, but James Eden is your race leader. Hauser will now hold on to second position. This makes it a little bit hard right now for Dylan Hauser because trying to predict where that 18 machine was, it was almost going to be, well, do you run down there? Do you try and stay up there? Or what do you do? So many things probably race through the mind of Dylan Hauser. Elby into position 4. Then we go back to 5th. There's Shell and Thomas. A battle on for 5th and 6th. Thomas shuts the door on the exit of turn number 2. 10 to go this time by Steve for your race leader, James Edens.
That's right, 20 down. And you look right now, Tyler Shell starting last all the way up into that 6th spot as he's working on Justin Thomas, trying everything he can as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, LB continues to lead, and Edens continues to lead, but Dylan Hauser, what a whirlwind he's had.
Yeah, he's certainly been putting in the time and effort to get better across the board and everything, and well, he's certainly proving him why he could be one to watch in this series. The Slick Sim Sports down on the graphics number 2 machine. He's following the same line. Last lap just then, he was 0.2 quicker than your race leader. 1.4 second the difference. 7 laps to go this time by. If he pulls another couple of tenths, he may just be able to catch up to the back of the one of James Edens. We might just have a battle in these final couple of laps. And again, he was 0.2 quicker than James Edens. And Dylan Hauser, if he can continue to put the solid laps in, James Edens might just have a bit of company.
That's right, Brett. A lot of these drivers, when they do set up for fuel and stuff like that, they calculate cautions. It just makes you wonder how many played the fuel mileage game tonight.
Surely you wouldn't want to take the risk with the caliber of drivers. Here goes Thomas to the outside on Adam Elby into out of turn number 4. Justin Thomas moves into position 4. Elby back to position 5. Thomas rolling right through the middle. 5 to go. It'll be 4 to go this time by for your race leader. The gap is down to 1.2 seconds. Time slowly starting to run out for Dylan Hauser, who sits in second. James Edens. The laps just continue to tick and tick and tick.
That's right, he closes down, 4 to go. Hauser going to the bottom into turn number 3, coming out. Look at Edens out of turn number 4. 3 laps to go this time, Brett.
1.5 miles around the Knoxville Raceway left in the opening round of the season. Edens, Hauser, and Simmelman, your top 3. Justin Thomas, he has put in a stellar drive, and especially over the last 6 to 7 laps, he's been able to reel back from about the 6th or 7th position. He's up to 4th. Oh, yellow! Here, as we just completed lap number 28, so we're going to have more than likely a green-white checker.
That's right, Brandon Steele bringing out the first caution of the night.
Well, let's see if we can take a look here at your Wicked Cushion instant replay and see why Brandon Steele in the SteelCycle.com entry was around. Brandon Steele in car number 5. I believe he just got a little bit loose there. Just coming off the cushion, a little bit sideways. Tim Smith had nowhere to go. And Clampett and Skylar Brown getting the back and the side of that Steel Cycle 19 Designs number 5 machine. Brandon Steele around, and that is our first caution in tonight's main event. And Steve, it comes with a green-white checker situation as we come back to the live pictures here from the virtual Knoxville Raceway. A 1.2 second gap James Edens had. Now it comes back to a restart where Dylan Hauser is going to be right on the back of him. Who wins out of this? Who wins in this exchange?
That's kind of hard to pick because Dylan Hauser, he's going to give it everything he got going into that turn number 1. So, I don't know. Well,
let's wait and see how this all plays out here at the Knoxville Raceway. Green flag next time by. The lights on the iRacing.com page track. They will turn off as he comes down the front straightaway here at the virtual Knoxville Raceway. Lights are out. Green white checker. 8 turns, 1 mile. James Eden's looking for the opening win of the season for the Team VLR.com 410 winged sprint car series. Steve, it is a double file restart. Holy moly, this could get exciting.
It could get exciting, and James Edens did not want to see this restart, especially double file, as the drivers go into turn number 3, a slow and steady pace for the first restart of the night with 2 laps to go.
Hauser trying to anticipate on when Edens is going to go. Now there we go. Edens is on the gas along with the rest of the field. Green to come out first. The white will be next. And then hopefully the checkered flag through 1 and 2. Edens, Hauser. The cars number 1 and 2. They run first and second. Simmelman. Here goes Hauser to the outside trying to get a run now. And James Edens into turn 3 and 4. The white flag is out. We race it to the start-finish line. Here goes Hauser to the inside on Edens for the race lead. Thomas all over the back of Simmelman through 1 and 2 for the final time into turn number 3. James Edens will lead Dylan Hauser. Austin Simmelman out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. The win goes to James Edens. Second, going to be Dylan Hauser. Austin Simmelman home in third. Oh boy, what a race, Steve. What a finish. But how about James Edens, ladies and gentlemen? He gets the job done here at the Knoxville Raceway.
That's right. What great. He led flag to flag tonight. He shows why he's a top caliber driver.
Here he is. He has earned the right to do some victory donut celebrations. James Edens victorious here at the Knoxville Raceway, and he is one happy camper for the time being. Dylan Hauser gets second, and third went to Austin Simmelman. So hopefully we're going to chat to all 3 of our drivers. I know that we have Austin ready to go. We are just going to wait on James and, of course, Dylan. So, in fact, let's go and chat to our third place driver here tonight, driving the Simmelman Sim Racing Caliber 18 machine, none other than Austin Simmelman. Austin, congratulations on the third place run here tonight. 28 laps to start this race off, all green flag, and such a caliber field of drivers tonight. Talk about how you're feeling after that one.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. I read somewhere on Facebook that someone said that this would be a crash fest like usual or something. So hopefully, they feel real smart right now. But it was a good race. It was fun. It's fun. I like the track reset. It was cool because it kind of changed as we went there. So it was definitely a good race.
Talk about trying to come through this field. Obviously, starting up near the front of the field. Any one of these drivers could have won here tonight. Everyone has got talent, from first all the way through to the back of the B mains. How tough is it when you've got these kind of drivers here to put in those laps, to be up near the front?
Oh, it's tough. I haven't been starting near the front lately in many races, so it was kind of out of my element a little bit. I usually have to start in the back and work my way through to get a decent finish, but I got the lead early there, and I knew the very bottom wouldn't stick the whole race. I didn't know where they were exactly running behind me. I felt like I got pretty good there at the end in the middle. I felt like I got a good run in that restart. It was just like you said, everybody's so fast, so everyone's so close, and it was definitely pretty entertaining.
Well, congratulations on a third place run here tonight at the Knoxville Raceway in the opening round of the Team VLR.com Sprint Car Series. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate a third place finish, but before we do, of course, sponsors, shout out to all that good stuff. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody at 19 Design, Drew Neal, Tony Stewart Racing, all the guys that helped me out, Brian Cross, Brandon Steele, Trey had a good run tonight. It's a lot of fun working with them guys. All them guys that make it happen. Special shout out to the guys like Ryan Martin, all the guys, all the fans in the chat that have a good time every week. So I told them I'd give them a shout out next time I could. So hopefully you enjoyed the show.
All right, there we go. Austin Simmelman home in third place here tonight. We'll send it over to Steve McMillan, who's standing by with our second place driver tonight, driving car number 2, driving for Slick Sim Sports, Dylan Hauser.
All right, congratulations, Dylan Hauser, on your second place run. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, I do.
Well, you fell back early, made your way back up to the top two, and you had one chance to do it on a restart. So, describe your night.
It was good. I did do the greatest in qualifying. Started third in heat, passed JT with about 2 to go in the heat race, and started pole. And I just was trying to top in the feature, and it's either going to be really good or really bad. It wasn't bad either, but it allowed those guys to get under me, so I had to wait to tuck back in line. And once I tucked back in line, I got the second right away, pretty much, and then got by Alston, and then started tracking James down, and we were both just moving around trying to find a different line that was faster, enough to run him down. And we pretty much migrated down the bottom, and then we got that restart, and I gave everything I had. Edens ran a great race. He didn't make a mistake those last 2 laps, and I thought I had him when I rolled the bottom really good, 1 and 2, but the middle was just too good, and he was able to pull back by me. So great job to him, and 1 caution was pretty good. So yeah, fun race.
Well, congratulations coming home second. Who would like to think making it all possible for you to run tonight, sir?
Yeah, David Heileman, he gave me a good set for tonight, and I've been running it all week and getting a little better here and there. And everybody at Slick Sim Sport, Lewis, Joel from the new paints, they all look good. Down under graphics, iRacing, iFlag, Two Brothers Stream Team, Kush Clothing, VLR for putting the series on. We haven't had a sprint car series in a while, and I'm happy they're putting one on, and I look forward to running it next week. And yeah, everybody that makes things happen at VLR, and you guys for broadcasting.
All right, coming home in second place is Dylan Hauser. Back to you, Brett, with tonight's feature race winner.
Yeah, we've made our way down into victory lane. He made the famous right-hand turn into the Knoxville Raceway victory lane and getting the job done tonight in car number 1 for Swindell Speed Lab. It is James Edens. James, congratulations on this win here at the Knoxville Raceway tonight. A stellar drive from yourself. You had a monster lead, a 1.2 second advantage late in that race. And then, of course, a yellow comes out, putting a green-white checker. First of all, that was a hell of a race to start off with, 28 green flag laps.
Yeah, for sure. A little skeptical with the track work there. I don't know what was going on with the track. It's been different than anything I think we've seen in a long time. It seemed like it was back on the old 2017 release build date. So you're just super slick everywhere and just kind of hang on and do what you can with it.
Obviously, after the heats in the B mains, track was slick from top to bottom. Race Control obviously made the decision to reset the track in the warm, give you guys 5 minutes to go out there and tear the track up. In the end, that was pretty much the perfect decision for you guys, because that track throughout that entire feature race was racy from top to bottom. Guys, obviously you wouldn't know because you're out in front by yourself, just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, but it just seemed like it was the right move and the right place to have that track reset come out.
Yeah, and it definitely helped. I know a lot of us in warm-up, we're just trying to get people to stay off the berm to try to keep the bottom as round as long as possible, and I think that helped moving the starting groove up to the middle, and it kind of saved the track for the race, so we could actually have 2 lines, to start the race and then work its way through the entire feature.
28 out of the 30 green flag laps to start the series off with an A main. There was only a couple of yellows all throughout this night. We have 1 yellow. The lead that you had at the time was a 1.2 second. That pretty much evaporated. You had a double file restart. What goes through your mind when you go into turns 3 and 4, knowing that there's only 2 laps left?
Yeah, you definitely didn't want to see that caution with that lead. But yeah, I just not fall to the games that Hauser likes to play little games on the restarts to try to get some jumps, and we just had to wait him out on that and get the best start we could and not spin the tires too bad.
Well, congratulations on going to victory lane here at the Knoxville Raceway for the opening round of the TeamVLR.com 410 Sprint Car Series. An incredible night from start to finish for yourself in the number 1 Swindell Speed Lab machine. Congratulations on the victory. Sponsors, shout out to all that good stuff, buddy. Who makes it happen for you?
Yeah, I just gotta thank the Speed Lab guys, and then Bell Helmets, Wiser Organics, South Bay Partners, and a big shout out to VLR for putting this together. We've been kind of pushing them to bring back another sprint car series. It seems like they only do one a year, so it's always fun.
All right, congratulations on the win, and good luck for the rest of the series.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there we go. James Eden's out, your winner tonight from the Knoxville Raceway. Steve, a phenomenal way to open up the 2019 TeamVLR.com 410 Sprint Car Series at the Knoxville Raceway. Essentially the sprint car capital of the world. And boy, these guys did not disappoint.
That's right. What a great place to start out at, and you got to see a fantastic race. This is going to be a build-up for the season. Brett, I cannot wait.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining me here in the booth as always, Steve. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow night on Ultimate Dirt TV. But again, a big thanks to everybody that has tuned in here tonight. And of course, a massive shout out to the admins, Stephen Calavoda, KT King, for their work behind the scenes, not only in getting this race done, but everybody that made this all possible in getting 40 cars to pretty much sign up for the series. A $1,200 purse over the next 7 weeks. It's going to be a couple of months to remember, that's for sure. Of course, you can catch all the action right here on the TeamVLR.com Facebook page, and of course on the Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page and our Ultimate Dirt TV YouTube channel as well. A big thanks to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV. A big thanks to Wicked Cushion, 19 Designs, World of Thunder iRacing League, JR Productions and Media, Monsters of Dirt, iRacing, iFlags, and Black Diamond Motorsports. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, the management behind the scenes, everybody that makes this all possible, we thank you so very much for tuning in here tonight. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's good night.